Hello everyone, welcome to Professional IAS. Today we are doing 14th April to 17th April 2024 current affairs. As you are well aware of this fact, we are doing a current affairs series, that is 15 minutes 15 current affairs. You will find this in the playlist, all the current affairs at one go. It is very important for all the students to watch all the videos because my whole intention is to bring more and more current affairs in front of you and give you exact amount of information which is important for preliminary examination. Because in my current affairs videos, I will not cover detailed analysis of the current affairs, but I will cover only the factual and whatever is present and given in the newspapers. So that's why it becomes very important for all the state PSC examination, or you can say that every examination that is based on MCQ types. Okay, for that purpose only this current affairs are being created. Make sure that you learn a lot. We have been continuing this series from last 2-3 months. So almost around 400 to 500 current affairs are there with you. If you are aware of these current affairs, you will have a definite edge in the examination. These current affairs will be useful even for the UPSC students, because as far as my analysis is there, current affairs obviously more of factual thing, and if they give another statement also, it becomes a static analytical concept only. So whatever is there in the current affair is a factual thing and it is as it is. There won't be any manipulation with regard to the current affairs. Let us start our lecture. As I always tell you that those who have been continuously following current affair lectures or preparing from any other YouTube channel, or you are making the short notes all by yourself with regard to current affairs, please have a look on the topics. If you are aware of these topics of last 2-3 days, 14th April to 17th April, these are all the topics mentioned in the Indian Express, the Hindu, Business Standard, Financial Express. So I generally go through all these newspapers. If you are aware of these topics, please skip the video and you can do your preparation. And if you are not aware of these topics, this is going to be a very fruitful session that you should know it. Let us start our lecture with first important topic, a very simple topic that we have here, Gopi Thotakura. Okay, in Telugu, kura means vegetable. Okay, palak kura like that. So he is not a vegetable here. He is a human being, Gopi Thotakura. So you see that he is an entrepreneur and a pilot also. Why we are learning about him? Because he is going to become the first Indian to venture into space as a tourist, not as a scientific person, not as a researcher. He is going to the space just as a space tourist on Amazon founders Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin's NS-25 missions. So Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, he has launched a mission for the space called as Blue Origin NS-25. In this Blue Origin, just like we are having Chandrayaan 1, Chandrayaan 2, we are having the missions, no? In the same way, Amazon founder Jeff Bezos is having his own private mission for this space called as Blue Origin NS-25. In this mission, Gopi Thotakura is going as a space tourist. Thotakura was selected as one of the 6 crew members for the mission, making him the first Indian space tourist and also the second Indian to venture into the space after Indian Army's Wing Commander Rakesh Sharma has went to the space in 1984. So Rakesh Sharma, he was an Indian, lived in India and became the first Indian to go to the space. That all happened in 1984. On the YouTube, you will also see a conversation of Indira Gandhiji with Rakesh Sharma. That particular video is anyhow there on the YouTube. And Madam Indira Gandhiji sweetly asked Rakesh Sharma, can you please tell me how the Bharat looks like? And Rakesh Sharma responds from the space that, Madam, it looks beautiful. The India looks too beautiful like that. The conversation of Rakesh Sharma and Prime Minister Indira Gandhiji is there on the YouTube. You can watch it. So he was the first person to go on this space, and the second person is going to become a Gopi Thotakura. Next we are having foreign portfolio investment. Foreign portfolio investment is nothing but in our country, like Amazon is there. Amazon is not an Indian company. Amazon is a foreign company but also established their units in India and operating here also. The same model what they do in Dubai, the UK, whatever it is, the same model they established here under their foreign unit and they are doing the business here. So just imagine a point here that companies are coming to India and doing business here. In the same way, can individuals can come to India or go to other nations apart from their native nations? Can they go to other nation and can they invest? It means yes, they can do that. That particular thing is called as a foreign portfolio investment. Foreign portfolio investment is nothing but, suppose your cousin is there in America or someone you know who is American only, he can invest in Indian companies here. He can invest in Tata, he can invest in Wipro, he can invest here in Dabarlal, okay. All these companies he can invest. But how he has to come through? He can come through foreign portfolio investment. Okay, as an investor. Means a person who is coming to India, not coming to India, having his interest investments in India, he is called as what? FPI. Right. Foreign portfolio investors. So you can see that there was a FPI assets in India from top 4 countries. So from USA, lot of investments, individual investments come to our country. After USA, Singapore stands second. This much you should know. From which country highest portfolio investment India receives? So your answer is USA. After that, the second country where the foreign portfolio investment received from foreign countries is Singapore. So these 2 points you have to remember. Now, Astra Mark II, what is this particular missile? Remember this point, missile on the basis of range to how far it can go is divided into short range missiles, medium range missiles, long range missiles. Short range missiles are those missiles which can travel up to 1000 kilometers and hit the target. Medium range 1 to 3000, 1000 to 3000. Okay, long range means 3 to 5000, 3 to 5000. This point you remember. The Astra Mark I, it is a air to air missile, means it will be there on the aircraft and from the fired from the aircraft and also hit the target in the aircraft only. Means Astra missile you cannot hit the target on the ground. So it is a air to air missile which strikes range of around 90 to 100 kilometers, nothing but it is a short range missile. Already we have given this to Indian Air Force and is already integrated with light combat aircraft. Combat means Ladakhu, light means very less weight aircraft we have built called as Tejas. So in this Tejas and also we have imported Su-30 MKI fighters also from Russia. This Su-30 MKI fighters and light combat aircraft Tejas. In these 2 aircrafts we have integrated Astra missile which can hit the targets from air to air. The Astra Mark III missile which would give its capabilities similar to the Meteor missile that have come to India along with Rafale fighter jet. So we already imported Meteor missile, okay, from France when we are purchasing Rafale fighter jet. Okay, so that's why this particular Astra missile is similar on the lines of Meteor missile that we have imported when we are buying the Rafale fighter jets from France. The Ministry of Defence have already signed a contract with Bharat Dynamics Limited for supplying Astra Mark I beyond visual range air-to-air missile for the Indian Air Force and the Navy. So Astra Mark I will be given to Air Force, will be given to Navy, but not to the Army. Remember this point. Astra Mark I is not given to the Army but given to Navy and Air Force. Another important word here is beyond the visual range. Obviously, after 90 or after 10-12 kilometers or 20-30 kilometers, you cannot have the view, right or wrong. That's why when the missile is fired, it will go beyond our vision. It will go beyond our visual range. That's why the Astra missile is also called as beyond visual range missile. Okay. Then Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana is there. Short form is abbreviated as AB-PMJAY. launched in September 2018. It is the world largest government funded health insurance scheme. World largest means no other country is providing health insurance to these many number of people. India is providing a lot number of people under this particular Yojana. All the beneficiaries under this Yojana has been identified from the 2011 socio-economic caste census. The scheme has taken the country closer to Sustainable Development Goal number 3.8. Sustainable goal number 3.8 talks about universal health coverage. So in order to fulfill or give a effect to this particular Sustainable Development Goal, this scheme was launched. Okay, remember this point. Under this scheme, every family, like family of 5 members, your family or my family, will be given rupees 5 lakh per family, that too per year, for secondary and tertiary care hospitalization. In healthcare, in treatment services, generally they are primary, secondary, tertiary services. Primary services are nothing but you got a fever, you went to the doctor, you took some tablets. Okay, that is called as primary services. Secondary services are nothing but MRI, CT scanning, small surgeries. Okay, like orthopedic surgeries, knee surgeries. Okay, all that comes under was secondary services. Tertiary means what? Bone, knee replacement, organ transplantation. This is called as what? Tertiary services. You have to remember one point here. Under this Ayushman Bharat scheme, tertiary and secondary services, health services are covered, not the primary services. Primary services are already given to the poor people in the form of what? Primary health care centers, nothing but we call them as health and wellness centers. Nothing but government hospitals are there in each and every colony we already have it. Okay, fine. Now rainfall categorization in India. So Indian Meteorological Department has categorized the rainfall on the basis of following criteria. The criteria is that how much rainfall is received by a particular area. On the basis of that, you are having rainfall between 105 to 110%. Suppose in our Telangana or in Hyderabad, the rainfall is usually 50 centimeter. If you are getting more than that, more than that 10% or 5%, if you are getting more than that, like 55 centimeter or 60 centimeter if you are getting, then we call that Telangana or Hyderabad has received above normal rainfall. Rainfall between 96 to 104, again called as normal rainfall. Rainfall between 90 to 95%, below normal rainfall. If a area receives, so 100 centimeter Hyderabad receives the rainfall, but in the next year or 2024, we received only, like coming June month, June, July, August, we received only out of 100 centimeter, which is the normal rainfall in our state or city. If we receive 90 centimeter, it means we are 10% short of what? Normal rainfall. Nothing but if an area receives 10% less rainfall than the normal rainfall, we call that area has received deficient rainfall. This point you remember. Okay, this is El-Nino, La-Nino effect. El-Nino, La-Nino effect, together they are called as El-Snow. Remember this point. Now, the El-Nino effect, which I will tell you in a bit, please have a patience. El-Nino effect is basically not good for our country with regard to monsoon. Whenever El-Nino event happens, India will suffer from a drought and we will have less rainfall. Okay, opposite of that is La-Nina. If La-Nina event happens, then India receives good amount of rainfall. These 2 points you have to remember. El-Nino is bad for the country because if this event happens, India receives less rainfall. La-Nina is a good for the country because if this event happens, India receives more rainfall. Now these events are not directly related to India at all. Somewhere in the East Pacific, some events are happening. Because of that events, our climate will be affected, our monsoons will be affected. This point you have to remember. El-Nino, La-Nino not directly related to our country, not there beside our country. Somewhere happening in Pacific Ocean, the impact of that particular events are affecting the monsoons in our country. Okay, El-Nino bad, La-Nina good. Here, generally what happens, remember this point, generally what happens, this area you are seeing now, this area, this is India here, this point you remember. This is Australia here, okay. And this is West Pacific Ocean and this is East Pacific. This is South America. This is North America. This is South America. Okay. So this coast is Eastern Pacific. This coast is what? Western Pacific Ocean. This is a point, clear or not? Clear. Now usually what happens? Usually we talk about usually, and El-Nino, La-Nina events will not occur every year. They occur 6-7 years after. Okay. Like they are not usual events. They occur very rare. But whenever they occur, problem will happen. And why they occur, we don't know, but it happens. Remember this point. Now just look at here very closely. Here you are seeing yellow color, no? So basically what happened, because of sun rays, here the water will get heated. Here the water will get heated, and from the Arctic Ocean, Arctic is a snow ocean or not? Yes. Lot of Arctic Ocean, the cool water will go and merge here. So what will happen? Heating and cooling waters. Heating and cooling waters. So the balance of temperature is maintained. It is a common process, happens over the years, no problem at all. It is a common process, happens, no problem at all. India will not have any problem with regard to the monsoon. Okay, here heating will happen, okay, because tropical area, sun rays will be directly on that particular Pacific Ocean. Here it will be heating, and here what will happen? The ocean waters of Arctic Ocean will go and merge. So cooler waters, warmer waters, fusion is happening. Okay, that's why temperatures are normal, just like a lukewarm water, no problem at all. But what happens after some 6, 7, 8 years like that, maybe 6 years after or 7, maybe basically they give 7 to 8 years after, sometimes what happen? Okay, this particular area will get heated so much, and this cooler waters will not go sufficient in volume in this particular area. Means heated waters are more and cool waters merging is less. Heated water is more, cool water merging is less. So here is what happening, heavy heating is happening. More than lukewarm, it became what? Hot water here. Whenever hot situations happen, it will be having low pressure area will be created. And India at that time what happened? High pressure will be created. And everything, whenever southwest monsoon starts coming to India, because here high pressure is there, here low pressure is there, instead of going here, they start going to here, because everything travels from what? High pressure to low pressure. High pressure to low pressure. So southwest monsoon, they have to hit what? Kerala. Instead of going there, they take a turn here. That is why we do not get sufficient amount of rainfall during the monsoon. Okay, the opposite of that will be what? La-Nina. Okay, right. In geography you will learn, that's why I will not go into the detail. El-Nino was important, that's why I have told you whatever is there in the chart, it is only for your understanding in the material. Okay, Kra Isthmus, what it is? You have to only remember this, Kra Isthmus. So this area, the Thailand area is it, this is the Thailand country. This particular pass, this is called as Kra Isthmus. Remember this point. Kra Isthmus is recently there in the news, is related to which one of the following country? That is the only question they will ask, nothing more than that. It is related to the country Thailand. Right. Okay, Kra Canal, that's what I am talking about. Kra Canal. To see it properly, you can see here, Kra Canal. Okay. Now if they ever ask you that Cocoa Islands are located above the Andaman or below the Andaman, means Cocoa, this is Andaman Nicobar Islands, Cocoa Islands are located above the Andaman Nicobar Islands. These Cocoa Islands are under the control of what? Myanmar. Cocoa Islands are under the control of Myanmar. Okay, right. Now, right to be free from adverse effects of climate change. Now, Supreme Court, you know that under Article 21 of our Constitution talks about right to life. And this right to life over a period of time has been becoming broader, and Supreme Court and High Courts are giving new judgments and adding more and more things into right to life. Okay, they may ask you in the examination that right to life includes which one of the following rights. The question may come like that. That is why I have put this slide. Okay, it is not so important, but this point is only important. It is a definite question. Okay, so the Supreme Court recently told that right to be free from adverse effect of climate change is covered under Article 14 also and Article 21. Article 14 and Article 21. Why? Because Article 14 talks about right to equality and equal protection of laws. Now, right to equality means climate is equal for everyone, but the person who is rich can able to adjust with the climate. Like us, we are using AC, so we are able to protect ourselves from global warming and climate change heat. Right or wrong? But what about the poor people? They cannot do so. Right? So, that's why in Article 14 also this has been included by the Supreme Court. Equal protection of laws are nothing but it is a government duty. Those who are unable to fight the climate change adverse impact, it is a government duty that government should provide such provisions so that they can also live a very easy life. So Article 14 it is given, and also Article 21, which is nothing but right to life. Okay. Supreme Court has been enlarging right to Article 21 deals with right to life. Okay. And Supreme Court has already told many times that Article 21 is the heart of the fundamental rights in the Constitution. Recently, Supreme Court has also told that right to education is under Article 21, right to shelter, Article 21, right to clean air, Article 21, right to livelihood, Article 21, right to medical care, Article 21. So you remember this point, how many judgments has been given and how the list of rights under Article 21 has been elaborated. These has been, remember this point, all of these are not there in the Constitution. Okay, this has been what recently the Supreme Court judgments are given, that's why they have been recognized by the government time and again, and the list is ever continuing only. So remember this point, these are all already Supreme Court has pronounced that these are rights are given, and another one is given, that is right to be free from adverse impact of climate change, right to medical care. All these we have to remember. So if they ask in the examination which one of the following are included under right to life, means all of these and this one you have to buttify it. Mount Etna, the largest volcano in Europe and among the world's most active and iconic volcano. Active volcanoes are nothing but you will see the lava coming out of the volcano. The rings are rare phenomena that scientists refer to as volcanic vortex ring. This Mount Etna volcano is releasing the smoke in the form of what? Rings. Nothing but whenever if you have seen anybody smoking, so they will make the ring, no, we call it as challa banao. Okay, that ring they will know. This Mount Etna is actually releasing the smoke in the form of what? Rings. This phenomena is called as vortex ring. They are generated when gas, predominantly water vapor, is released rapidly through a vent in the crater. So basically water vapor and gas together coming out of the lava will give the shape to this particular smoke. And remember, some important volcanoes are given. This is the GK or general awareness, which is important for all examination. So let us see. We are having Redoubt volcano in Alaska, Tungurahua volcano in Ecuador. Please don't mind for the pronunciation. Pacaya volcano in Guatemala. So this is a very hard one to pronounce, but you have to pronounce all by yourself. Okay. Eyjafjallajökull and Hekla in Iceland, Stromboli in Italy, Aso and Sakurajima in Japan, Yasur in Vanuatu, okay, Wahakari in New Zealand, and Momotombo in Nicaragua. Okay, these are all volcanoes which are actually releasing the smoke in the form of what? Vortex rings. So this is a very important question. They will ask in the examination, match the following volcanoes and country. Volcano and country they may give, or match the following, or find the correct pair. They may give like that. So you have to remember all of them. Now denotified tribes are those tribes. Okay. Basically these were a British government, at the time British government has done this particular rule. They call some tribal as denotified tribes, and anybody who born or takes birth in that particular tribe, they call them as criminal, born criminal. These denotified tribes are communities that were notified as born criminal during the British regime under the series of laws, Criminal Tribes Act of 1871. Nomadic and semi-nomadic communities are defined as those who move from one place to another rather than living at one place. The people as a group will not stay at one place, will go from places to places, and live like that. A National Commission for Denotified Nomadic and Semi-Nomadic Tribes was constituted in 2006 by the Congress government at that time. Then the Renke Commission estimated their population around 10 crore based on the census 2001. So just imagine there are around 10 crore people in our country which are called as denotified. Nothing but the person born in the particular community could be called as what? Born criminal. So government has to take a serious issue on it. First of all, the word denotified tribe should be removed from the completely from our textbooks. It's an insult to the Indian tribes. Then Fanigiri, Telangana Department of Heritage has recently unearthed a bulk of coins at Fanigiri. A renowned Buddhist heritage site located 110 kilometers away from the Hyderabad city. Telangana Suryapet district, team led by director N. Sagar and co-excavator B. Mallu, they have found some lead coins in an earthen pot during the ongoing excavations. According to the principal secretary of the archaeology, Sailaja Ramanair, and department's director Bharati Holikeri, the coins belong to Ikshavaku period, very very important. After Satavahanas, the first dynasty to rule in Telangana, after Satavahanas, Ikshavakus came. So Ikshavaku period coins has been discovered in Fanigiri. The coins are made up of lead coins, remember this point. Many other valuable cultural antiquities and structural remains are also found, including beads of stone, glass, shell bangles fragments, stucco motifs, broken limestone sculptures, toy cartwheels, iron nails, potteries, many things have been found. Fanigiri is believed to be one of the most important Buddhist monasteries, strategically located on a hilltop and the ancient trade route Dakshinapatha connecting the west and east coast of Deccan. Fanigiri is located on a hill which is actually a trade location from east to west, from eastern Ghats to western Ghats. So in between, on the top of the hill, the Fanigiri is located. It is one of the important Buddhist monasteries. Then what is a bond? Bond is nothing but a piece of paper. Remember this point. In this year budget also, not in this year 2023 budget, Government of India introduced Mahila Saving Certificate. Mahila Saving Certificate is nothing but a bond only. Means it is a 2 lakh rupees also you can invest, 1 lakh rupees also you can invest. Invest money in that, you will get a paper. Nothing but government will say that you are, if you are buying the bond every month or every year, whatever is committed, you will get what? Interest money you will get on your bond purchase, and after the maturity, after 2 years, how much you have invested in the bonds, the money will be given back to you. That is called as bond. Bond is a financial instrument because it deals with money. In which an investor like you and me, we lends money, we give money and purchase the bond. And bond can be issued by a corporate like TCS Wipro, can be also issued by the government, state or central government. Whenever the governments are having shortage of money, they will issue bonds and they will raise money. So that's why government generally borrow the cash for a certain period of time at a variable or fixed interest rate. Government may say that on your bond purchase we will give 5% per annum fixed, or government may say that 5% first 6 months or 10% next 6 months. That's why the bond interest rate could be variable, could be fixed as given by the notification. Bonds are issued by corporations, TCS, Wipro, municipalities, states and sovereign governments also to raise funds for a variety of projects and activities. Bonds owners are the issuer, debt holders or creditors. We are actually issuers, debt holders. The one who is issuing, so we are holding his debt, he is debted to us, or we can say we are creditor. Obviously when we are buying the bond, we are giving money and taking the bond. That's why we are crediting money to the government. That's why we are called as creditor, or a issuer's debt holder. Issuer is holding our debt. One or the other day, the issuer or the government has to pay us back. Government security is called as GSEC in short form. Is also a tradable instrument issued by the central or state government. It acknowledges the government debts obligations. Such securities are classified as either short term or it could be what? Long term. Short term government securities are having a maturity period of less than 1 year, and long term security will be like having the maturity period more than 1 year. So bonds or the government securities are of two types, less than 1 year and more than 1 year. Less than 1 year are called as treasury bills. More than 1 year are called as what? Government bonds or dated securities. Less than 1 year we call government securities as treasury bills. More than 1 year we call government securities as government bonds or dated securities. In India, central government issues both treasury bills and bonds or dated securities, whereas state government exclusively issues bonds or dated securities known as state developmental loans. Okay, so in India both central and state government both can issue what? Dated securities, bonds. Government securities have almost no default risk. Obviously, if you are buying government bond, government will never default. You will get your money for sure. That's why government bonds or government securities are risk free. And risk free bonds are called as gilt edge securities. Gilt, G-I-G-U-I-L-T, not gilt, G-I-L-T, gilt edge securities. So whenever you come across the word gilt edge securities, you have to understand that it is a security which is free from what? Risk. Free from risk. Okay. Now we are having landlord port. What is the landlord port? Landlord port is characterized by its mixed public and government and private people both are involved. That's why it is called as landlord. Here the government will be the landholder, like a landlord. The government port is seaport is government says that this is we are the landlord of it. So government here will be the nothing but public is the landlord and the private person will be operating it. That's why this is called as landlord port. You can see that under this model the port authority act as a regulatory body, just nothing but as a landlord, while port operations are given to the private companies. Jawaharlal Nehru Port in Maharashtra became the first 100% landlord major port of India. Jawaharlal Nehru Port is also one of the major ports owned by Shipping Ministry, nothing but Government of India. The central government run Jawaharlal Nehru Port Authority. They have signed a concessional agreement with private players like JM Baxi Ports and Logistic Limited to upgrade, equip and operate and manage the shallow water berth and coastal water berth. So these two companies were given all the operations, upgradations, technological advancement in that particular port. They are the whole sole persons. These two private organizations are the whole sole persons for the development of this particular port. Government will only act as what? Regulatory body, nothing but we are the owner of land, everything is yours only. Shallow water depths are nothing but from the coastal area, whatever the shallow waters are there, till there they can easily operate. Land port Bitamor is located in the Sitamarhi district of Bihar. This particular point you remember. It is there between the international border of India and Nepal. Land port Bitamor is located in between which one of the following countries? You may not be able to see this, but I am able to tell you. Land port Bitamor is located in which one of the following countries? Like that, the government may, the examiner may ask you the question. So your answer will be India and Nepal. So this is all about today's current affairs. I'll meet you in the next class. Keep watching and keep sharing the videos to all of your friends who are preparing and also who want general awareness normally in their day-to-day life. Please share to them and do subscribe to the channel. Click the bell icon. Bye-bye. Take care. Good night.